Have you ever felt like someone was making you doubt your own reality? Maybe you brought up a concern with a partner, only for them to say, "You're just imagining things." Or a colleague brushed off your frustration with, "You're being too sensitive." Suddenly, you're questioning if the problem was ever real to begin with. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where someone makes you question your perception of reality. It's not just a disagreement or a misunderstanding. It's intentional. The goal is to make you doubt your memory, your experiences, or even your sanity. It's a tactic often used to control or disarm you emotionally. Let's say you notice your partner has been distant. You bring it up, but instead of addressing your concern, they say, "You're crazy. I'm not distant. You're just insecure." That subtle twist shifts the blame onto you and makes you doubt what you felt. Over time, this creates a cycle of self-doubt. Gaslighting can leave you feeling powerless, but here's the good news. You can fight back, and not by yelling or proving them wrong, but by turning inward. Today, we're diving into how Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers practical tools to recognize and respond to gaslighting while protecting your inner peace. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to reclaim your confidence and stay grounded in any situation. How do we tackle something as destabilizing as gaslighting? Let's start with understanding it through a Stoic lens. Gaslighting is one of the most subtle yet harmful forms of manipulation. At its core, it's a tactic designed to distort your perception of reality. The gaslighter's goal? To make you question what you know, what you feel, and even what you've experienced. Here's how it happens. Imagine you confront your partner about a broken promise. You say, "You said you'd call, but you didn't." They respond with, "That never happened. You're making things up." Suddenly, you're doubting your memory. Or take the workplace. Let's say you share a brilliant idea in a meeting, but later, your boss claims it was theirs. When you speak up, they say, "You must have misunderstood." Over time, these moments add up, making you question your contributions. Gaslighting often involves three key tactics: denying facts, "That never happened," minimizing feelings, "You're overreacting," shifting blame, "It's your fault I did that." These phrases may seem small, but repeated over time, they can make you lose trust in yourself. But here's the thing. Gaslighting only works when you're disconnected from your inner truth. That's where Stoicism comes in, helping you stay rooted in what you know to be real. Let's explore how. Gaslighting can feel like a storm swirling around you, confusing, overwhelming, and relentless. But Stoicism teaches us how to stand firm, like a tree rooted deeply in the ground, no matter how strong the winds. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, gives us the dichotomy of control, a tool that's as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. Simply put, some things are within your control, like your thoughts, actions, and beliefs. And some things are outside your control, like another person's opinions or manipulative tactics. When dealing with gaslighting, this principle is key. You can't stop someone from distorting the truth, but you can control how you respond to it. Marcus Aurelius gives us another powerful insight. Truth matters more than ego. Instead of seeking validation or engaging in endless debates with a gaslighter, focus on uncovering what is real. This approach helps you detach from their manipulation. You're not trying to win the argument. You're aligning yourself with truth. Let's say your partner accuses you of being too sensitive when you bring up an issue. A Stoic response would be to pause and ask yourself, is this criticism fair, or are they avoiding responsibility? If their words are rooted in manipulation, you calmly disengage, knowing their opinion doesn't define your reality. Imagine your manager claims your idea was theirs. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt or confrontation, you might document your contributions clearly, staying grounded in the facts rather than their narrative. Stoicism reminds us that we don't need external validation to know what's true. By focusing on what's within your control and prioritizing reality over someone else's approval, you can stay resilient in the face of gaslighting. This isn't about ignoring injustice. It's about staying calm and centered, so manipulation can't shake your core. Gaslighting is subtle by design, which is why recognizing it is often the hardest part. The first step? Trust your instincts. If you often feel confused, second-guess your memory, or find yourself apologizing excessively without understanding why, it's a red flag. Your gut reaction is often the first signal that something isn't right. To sharpen your ability to recognize gaslighting, develop a habit of self-awareness. Daily reflection can help. Take time each day to journal your experiences, noting what was said, how it made you feel, and whether the reaction felt justified. Writing things down gives you a clear record to compare against the manipulative narratives that gaslighters create. When something doesn't sit right, question it calmly and logically. For example, if someone says, "You're always exaggerating," ask yourself, is there evidence for this, or is it an attempt to dismiss my feelings? By separating your emotions from their words, you can analyze the situation objectively. Gaslighting thrives on confusion. The more grounded you are in your instincts and the facts, the harder it becomes for someone to manipulate your reality. When faced with gaslighting, the Stoics offer us tools to respond with strength and clarity rather than emotional reactivity. Let's explore these strategies step by step. Number 1, pause and reflect. Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When someone tries to manipulate your perception of reality, your first move should be to pause. Resist the urge to react immediately. Instead, take a moment or even a day to evaluate the situation calmly. Ask yourself, what exactly was said? Is this about me, or are they projecting something onto me? This space to reflect can prevent you from getting swept up in their narrative. Number 2, stay anchored to reality. A key Stoic practice is distinguishing between what's real and what's fabricated. Cross-check the manipulator's claims against objective facts. Did you document an email that proves your point? Do other people recall events the same way you do? By grounding yourself in verifiable truths, you remove the gaslighter's ability to control your reality. At the same time, detach emotionally from their words. A manipulator's goal is to provoke doubt and insecurity. Don't give them that power. Number 4, set boundaries with virtue. Boundaries are a Stoic's best defense. Seneca reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. This means asserting your truth without anger or aggression. For instance, if someone tries to minimize your feelings by saying, "You're too sensitive," respond calmly with, "My feelings are valid, and I'd like us to discuss this respectfully." Boundaries grounded in reason demonstrate strength without escalating conflict. Number 5, seek external guidance. When doubt lingers, talk to someone you trust. A friend, mentor, or even a therapist can help you untangle the situation and regain perspective. Often, an outsider's clarity can remind you that the problem lies with the gaslighter, not with you. These Stoic strategies are powerful tools to protect your peace. When you pause, reflect, stay grounded in truth, and set virtuous boundaries, you not only defend against gaslighting, but also grow stronger and more resilient in the process. Building resilience against gaslighting. Resilience is your ultimate armor against gaslighting. While you can't always control how others behave, you can strengthen your inner world to remain unshaken. Focus on inner strength. Gaslighting thrives on destabilizing your sense of self. To counter this, cultivate practices that reinforce your inner strength. Meditation and mindfulness are especially powerful. Spending just 10 minutes a day in quiet reflection can help you center your thoughts and emotions. When you're grounded, it becomes much harder for manipulative tactics to penetrate your peace. Another crucial element is living in alignment with your values. Instead of chasing external approval or validation, focus on what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, does this action reflect my principles? For example, if someone accuses you of being selfish for setting a boundary, remind yourself that protecting your mental well-being is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius emphasize that your integrity is more important than anyone else's opinion. Practice emotional detachment. Stoicism teaches us to see external events as separate from our essence. When you face gaslighting, visualize the interaction as if you're watching it from the outside. Imagine the manipulative words as smoke, intangible and unable to harm you. This mental exercise helps you create distance between yourself and the gaslighter's attempt to provoke you. The key is recognizing that their behavior is a reflection of their character, not yours. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring injustice. It means not letting someone's words define your worth or disrupt your inner peace. By focusing on your inner strength and practicing detachment, you develop resilience that makes gaslighting ineffective. Your power lies in knowing who you are and refusing to let anyone distort that truth. Gaslighting is a tactic designed to make you doubt your reality, but through Stoic principles, you can defend yourself against it. First, learn to recognize gaslighting by trusting your instincts and staying self-aware. Then, respond with calm rationality, grounding yourself in facts, setting boundaries, and prioritizing truth over validation. Finally, build inner resilience by focusing on your values, practicing mindfulness, and emotionally detaching from manipulative narratives. The Stoics remind us that true strength comes from within. Gaslighting loses its power when you trust your reason and align with your principles. Now, here's a question for you. Can you think of a time when someone made you doubt yourself? Reflect on that moment. What happened? How did it affect you? And most importantly, what can you do differently next time? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's start a conversation about how we can face manipulation with courage and clarity. You hold the keys to your inner peace. No one can take that from you unless you let them. Let's commit to reclaiming our power, one mindful step at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this message. Until next time, stay grounded, stay strong, and live with virtue.